Coming up, we have an informative video over Har-Ber High School's AP courses. Plus, a video that tells you a little bit about the new ACT Aspire test being taken in elementaries. And the second part in the Taco Tour series will Gilberto and Luis take an inside look at the kitchens.
Some nervous movements occasionally that might be.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Springdale Today. We have an interesting show this week, but before we get started on all of that, we'd like to share some news from around the district. Representatives from the Walton Art Center spent time with a third grade class from Bayari Elementary. The students built tableaus in an innovative workshop and prepared themselves to see a play next week at the Walton Art Center. KNWA was also on helm to film the workshop for a new segment called Doing Good. Bayari Elementary librarian Nancy Thompson won a $500 KNWA GE lighting grant for being the brightest classroom. The award was presented by KNWA Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff. Future Business Leaders of America students from Har-Ber visited the Maples at Har-Ber Meadows to give the residents flowers, Valentine's Day cards, and a little bit of their time. After the last Har-Ber Springdale basketball girls game, Har-Ber head coach Sandy Wright was honored for tallying her 500th career win earlier this season. Congratulations, Sandy, and thank you for all you have done and continue to do for Springdale schools. That's all for our News Around the District segment, but here with us now for our first story is Kyle for his AP program feature.
Up next is a part 2 in our series over Springdale's AP program. If you don't know, in last week's episode we featured Springdale High School, and in this week's episode we're going to feature Har-Ber.
Noah Wynn is a junior at Har-Ber High School taking 2 AP classes, AP Calculus AB and Physics C. These classes help prepare him for college with the information they are teaching him now.
For instance, in Physics C, I'm learning forces, I'm learning friction, I'm learning everything that an engineer needs to know, because that's what I want to be.
Students are taught more than just curriculum. For Keaton Hurlbut, who is taking 4 AP classes, has learned how to keep his commitments.
I've learned how to work hard because a lot of times you have to go home and just start on your homework immediately. You don't have time to do extra things, and it really just taught me how to manage my time.
Teachers are also challenged to find new ways to push their students harder. Travis Fink is an AP Calculus teacher at Har-Ber High School who is taking education into his hands by developing a more in-depth curriculum for his students.
Just the caliber of students, their intellectual abilities and their desire to learn makes me really think about challenging problems, rigorous material.
All of the classes and teachers try to push their students to do better. According to Noah, it comes down to the personal drive that really makes the difference.
Is to be able to take on that challenge and to complete it, and set a goal for myself and to achieve it.
That is all for our series on the Springdale AP courses. Talk to your school's counselor for more information on the AP programs available in your school. It's getting closer to the end of the year, and that means the students already enrolled in AP courses are about to begin their testing. We have a full screen graphic here that tells you the dates of each class's test. A couple of noticeable dates are the AP US History and AP Lit tests, as they are 2 of the more popular courses. While the high schools are preparing for their tests, the elementaries are getting ready for their very own as well. AJ is here with some information on that.
This is the first year of the ACT Aspire. In previous years, it was the Park and Benchmark exam, but was changed according to the current education standards. I talked to a testing administrator and a couple of teachers about the test and got some inside information.
The ACT Aspire is a new standard for students aimed to prepare them for their future educations.
The ACT Aspire is an achievement test that students in grades 3 through 10 take once a year. It measures their progress in English, writing, reading, math, and science.
Teachers around the district push students to proficient or advanced in order to better their educations.
This year we've been practicing math, language, and reading so we can get proficient grades in our ACT Aspire.
Teachers like Ms. Baldwin see the importance of success through the ACT Aspire.
This test is important because it gives us relevant data to see if students are college and career ready. One of the things that I like about this test is it's a predictor to see if our students will be prepared for years to come for the actual ACT test.
If you would like to know more on the test, there is a website, www.arkansased.gov, full of information as well as the dates of the computer and paper-based tests.
Oh, do I remember the dreaded benchmark week when I was in elementary school. Coming up after this short break, we have our second video on the Taco Tour series with Gilberto and Luis.
What's up, Toby? I wish that guy had a voice of a goat.
The School of Innovation, giving students the opportunity to mold their education and be the voice of their future. Student-led conferences not only give students the power to create their own goals, but surpass them. No matter what your goals are, School of Innovation will be there to help achieve them. Whether it's to become a doctor or an engineer, the School of Innovation aids students throughout their future plan.
Welcome back. Gilberto is here with us now to tell us a little about his video.
This time we were graciously allowed inside the kitchens of both Taqueria Guanajuatos, and we got the chance to get an up-close look at the workings of them both. The cooks showed us how they do it, and then we were given the chance to try their awesome creations.
It's a small restaurant inside, you know, but it does go through a lot of people a day, and our food always tastes good. And, you know, we always try to make good food that people will enjoy, and just something that people will cherish and want to come back to it again and again. They go to small restaurants and, you know, go taste their food and see how good it is, you know, and then they try to let the people know, you know, try to go to this location and it's pretty good, you know, and it's kind of locations people would never think of, you know, smaller businesses that they try to get out to the public that they'll enjoy. I think it makes a big impact, you know, because I think people always come in, you know, we've seen you guys on the taco tour, you know, people like going to different places, trying new spots, and the taco tour really helps us out with that, and it just gets out new people, it brings new people to us, and you know, it lets the community know what's out there, what people should try, and stuff like that.
Hi, my name's Gilberto, and I'm here with Tony from Taqueria Guanajuato. What are we doing today, Tony?
We're going to be making some tacos today. A tripa taco, a lengua taco, and a steak taco, a salad taco. So, you know.
We're up. Thank you, Tony, for giving us a chance to make these tacos with you today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, if you're looking for some authentic Mexican tacos, head over to Taqueria Guanajuato. You won't be disappointed.
If you've never stopped by one of the taquerias, you really should. They're amazing, and they have some really authentic options for you to try out. Up next is our high school feature, where we show a project from both Har-Ber and Springdale High School. From Har-Ber, we have a feature on Avery Benson, who is a standout Har-Ber athlete and student.
84 feet of hardwood, a test of strength, endurance, and commitment. 14 weeks of perseverance and non-stop dedication. A brotherhood that carries through high school. But with a bloodline of basketball in the family, one athlete looks at this as not only an opportunity to compete, but to work with individuals who all have the same goal in mind.
My dad, he pushes me a lot, and it's for my best, and I love it. My dad played college ball, my grandpa played college ball, and it was something I just decided to be good at and love. One of the things that draws me to basketball is the brotherhood that forms with all the teams I play for. So it's just a fun environment to be in, and it's an amazing sport.
Avery's natural drive to win and competitive spirit is evident. It's that spirit that inspires others and has driven them to a solid preseason performance, preparing them for the rigorous conference schedule ahead.
He is one of the better players in the 7A West, and we feel like he's one of the better players in the state of Arkansas.
I've never met someone more competitive than Avery Benson. He is, without a doubt, the most competitive person you will ever meet, whether it's flipping a coin and winning that or if it's the NBA Finals. He's the most competitive person I know.
Avery defines dedication, hard work, and sacrifice. This is the backbone of any team. It's not the points or rebounds averaged per game. It's the ability to lead and inspire others. This is what separates Avery and ultimately makes him a key player on and off the court.
Every possession, he's playing as hard as he can play. We like for our leaders to lead by example. Anybody can talk a good game and just hear their head rattle, but we want to see some. We need to see some results, and that's one of the things that we talk about being a leader. We want results from our leaders.
He's a team captain, so he's got to keep us all in line. He's got to be a team leader. He's got to know what he has to do, and he has to know what everybody else has to do as well. So that's just more pressure, but I know Avery, I know he can handle that, and he's doing a pretty good job so far.
Averaging 10 points a game, Avery dominates on the court, but his character off the court has not only affected lives, but given some a new sense of belonging.
Yeah, he's made a big impact on my life. Anytime I've needed anything, I go to him, I go to my brother. He basically is like my other big brother. I love him to death. I feel like we are brothers sometimes, and I think that's special, and he's definitely a star in my life for sure.
2007 was Har-Ber's last appearance in the basketball state championship. 9 seasons, 3 coaching changes, and 126 conference games later, this team is prepared to make the difference, and Avery Benson is looking forward to that one thing.
What I look forward to is, us being the underdog, people taking us lightly, and just coming out and showing them what we got, and showing them that we know what we're doing and that we can compete with anybody.
Competing as only a junior, Avery Benson is just beginning the legacy that he is sure to leave on Har-Ber basketball. Come out and support your Har-Ber Wildcats this season, and be sure to look out for number 21. For WCSN, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers.
Avery isn't the only amazing student athlete at Har-Ber, though. In my opinion, anyone who can manage sports and school is pretty awesome. From SHS, though, we have a video that puts someone that you most likely know in the spotlight and gives you the chance to learn a little bit more about him. A student recently interviewed Darren McFadden himself on what his high school experience was like.
Darren McFadden, Oak Grove High School, graduated 2005, and I'm a professional athlete. During high school, I was a big athlete, so I was a part of like Lettersman Club and different state awards that are presented to different athletes, and then I also volunteered, just trying to do things around, like just helping out around the school, whether if it was, we did the Special Olympics, so I volunteered for that and worked with those kids, and it actually was a good time. Favorite food in high school? I gotta say chicken nuggets and cheese fries. No, I'm real easygoing. I like to have fun, man. I just catch people in between classes and tell them, like, you drop your pocket, and they like, oh, looking down, and just get a laugh out of it, or catch somebody walking by and tap their shoulder as they're walking by, and just have them looking around, trying to see what's going on. Just anything just to have fun and just get a laugh out of people. I actually enjoyed going to school. For what crazy reason, I don't know. Whether if I was just going like to hang out with friends or whatever, but I enjoyed going to school. And when I got there, I'm like, since I'm here, you got to do your work and stuff. There's no point of just going to school and skipping classes. That's something I never understood what kids would do. But for me, it was just always go to class. If you're here now, you might as well go ahead and do it and take care of everything. I would say like early on, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, I used to get into a lot of trouble. And then, 10th, 11th grade, I started trying to focus in more and, really take care of my things in the classroom and on and off the field in football. So I just tried to focus in more and stay away from trouble. One of the main things that got me through high school is that lady right there, Miss Henson. So I think my first time having her class was in 7th grade, and we hated each other. We couldn't stand each other, and then as the years went on, she just stayed on me, and I finally came around and started maturing and listened to the things that she would tell me. And I feel like that's definitely one of my biggest helps is just making it through high school. I'd just say my dad would definitely put a lot of pressure on me as far as just going to school and doing the right thing and trying to stay on the right course. And I feel like I have to give a lot of credit to my dad for that because, like I say, he pushed me, and he wouldn't have it either other way. I think one of my talents besides playing football, one of my things was I was able to bring a lot of different groups of people together, like inner city kids and suburban kids. I was able to bring them together because I pretty much hung out with everybody and was friends with everybody. So I feel like that was one of the biggest things I did outside of playing football, was just able to bring different groups of people together. Just use the resources that you have in the school, whether it's teachers or principals or counselors or whatever, and just talk to those different people, whether it's about classes or home problems or anything. I feel like it's a lot of resources at school that people can use, and I don't feel like enough kids use those resources.
Great work, Springdale and Har-Ber. To watch more videos from both of them, go to the Springdale School's YouTube channel. John Crane and Max Roeder recently made a video with Central Junior High School. John is on set with us now to explain a little.
Central Junior High is the pilot school for Bright Futures. Bright Futures is a partnership to assist students who are in need of things like tutoring, mentoring, school supplies, and much more.
Welcome to Central Junior High.
Did you know that 1 in 10 of us may not graduate? We need you.
3,450 students in the district receive snack packs each week because they do not have enough food at home for the weekend. We need you.
Right now at Central Junior High, 443 families are living under the poverty line.
Also, over 15,000 in this district live in poverty. We need you.
Help me have a bright future.
Some students that attend Central Junior High School come from homes without electricity or water.
Some of our students do not get a good night's sleep because they don't have a mattress to sleep on. We need you.
Muchos estudiantes buscan mentores para planificar sus futuros. Nosotros necesitamos mentores. Many students seek mentors to help plan their future. We need you.
Many of our students could benefit from counseling due to anxiety or depression. We need you.
There are some people who come to school without warm clothes. We need you.
117 Springdale Public School families are homeless. We need you.
Many students come to school each day in need of medical and dental care. We need you.
We need you.
We need you. We need you.
For more information on the initiative, as well as the dates for the beginning of their next campaign, you can go to the NWA Bright Futures Facebook page.
After the break, we have a video that's a little different than the news we normally show.
I think a lot of the trends in the district are just going to continue, that as a district we're going to do a better job of meeting the needs of students who come from whatever type of home or socioeconomic situation.
Up next, we move off of our usual serious news to something a little more entertaining than informative. Here's Max to explain.
Every now and then we have a bit of downtime in Mr. Jones' class, and that's when he gives us the chance to take a camera out and make a quick little video. Not too long ago, we had a day like this, and I threw together this short paragraph here in my garage.
Here in this parking lot, just got this used Nissan Altima. It's fun to drive over the potholes of Springdale Hills, but you know what I like more? Water.
Wow, there's a lot of room in this trunk. You could fit a body in here.
You know, it's as a wise man once said, shallow waters are noisy and deep waters are silent. You know, the real reason I bought this Nissan Altima is because it's a reminder that at 17, midlife crises are still possible. I didn't have a Nissan Altima, but you know what? Something changed my life. I bumped into a car salesman, and another car salesman, and a few more car salesmen. And after those mosquitoes wouldn't leave me alone, I bought this used Nissan Altima. A lot of people say it's not about the money, it's about the good life. Health, wealth, and happiness? That's because they don't own a Nissan Altima.
I love when we have the chances to go out of our usual news schedule and have a little fun with what we love to do. Here with us now, is someone you might know. His name is Chip Souza, and he is with the NWA Democrat Gazette. Mr. Souza is here with us now to explain a partnership that the NWA Democrat Gazette has with Springdale schools. So, Mr. Souza, what exactly is this partnership?
So the partnership was created to give students throughout Northwest Arkansas an opportunity. They do these really nice videos, just like you guys do here. So what we did is we partnered with the schools. My reporters that work in the sports department at the Democrat Gazette write a feature story once a week. The schools produce a video that coincides with that same printed feature. So we kind of partner it together, and it kind of gives students an opportunity to have their, what you guys do seen by a wide audience, and more than just what's going to see it in your schools, but it's going to be seen by all of our, subscribers and just a lot wider audience.
Okay. And what would you like to come out of this partnership?
Well, the opportunity here is kind of a win-win for both. It gives our newspaper an opportunity to have a little bit more on the player that we're doing a feature on by doing a video that would be, a little bit more publicity. But the main reason is it gives students an opportunity to have what they're doing seen by a lot more people. And who knows, maybe someone out there might see that, may create some kind of a career opportunity for that student, and that would be a really nice thing.
Right. So, all right, well, instead of just talking about it, we'll show you one of the videos that came about because of this partnership. You saw one already earlier over Avery Benson, but this one here is over another amazing athlete named J.C. Higgins.
(1,344 minutes, 42 games, 3 seasons. That is what a typical athlete in a 7A West will experience if they're lucky. But for one athlete, she rose above all others and is setting an example for not only her newfound teammates, but for future Wildcats for years to come.
Yeah, I watched JC when she was smaller, like playing with Sonics, and we knew she had a lot of potential. So I just kept an eye on her and really watched her hard as a 7th and 8th grader at Central, and just decided that she would be our first 9th grader to move up because she had the potential to step, just come out and help us immediately at the high school level.
I always wanted to play at Har-Ber, but I didn't know if it was going to happen. And it wasn't going to be a make it or break it deal if I didn't. I liked Central, but I really wanted to play for Har-Ber. And my biggest fear probably coming up for Har-Ber was if I was going to be accepted or not as a 9th grader. And thankfully I came up here, I proved my role, I came up here and I was accepted.
For Coach Sandy Wright, she immediately recognized something much deeper than the simple talent of the game. It was a drive and determination that came from within.
First of all, she loves basketball, and that's she plays hard and gives it all she has every time she steps out on the court. She's a good ball handler and good shooter, and she has speed, and she's a 5'10" guard, so she had some good characteristics of being a good guard at the high school level.
Pure talent, honestly,
when she walks out into the floor, you know that she's going to have a great game, and that's what's awesome. So her impact to the team is more bigger picture. She just helps us all out, and I think that's what's really cool about how she plays.
JC Higgins, the first freshman athlete to be given the opportunity to play at the varsity level. At just 14 years old, she quickly rose to be an inspiration for her teammates and a leader on and off the court.
Well, JC's vocal. She likes to talk, and she leads by example probably more than anything. And people can look at her other teammates and see that this is how hard I need to go. And I like that. She's a good quarterback.
You always need someone that's very talented at what they do and is able to keep that quiet. She knows she can score, but how she approaches that and how she carries herself with that is completely different than anybody else that I've played with.
I feel like going into practice with a winning mentality is really what sets me apart from a lot of people. I feel like I go in there and I work as hard as I can, and that pushes other people to work as hard as they can. So I feel like it's my role to lead the team.
With now over 3 years of experience at the varsity level, JC has learned opportunities like this come only to those who work for it. And one lesson that she has learned above all others are words that future Wildcats should take into consideration.
Just always be willing to put in hard work. You're not going to get good if you don't put in your hardest work. Don't ever goof off in practice, because practice how you play, really. I've always learned that if you work hard, you play hard. If you mess up, then hustle always makes up for it.
With a history set, JC Higgins continues to demonstrate what it means to be a leader. Though the future is uncertain, the name JC Higgins will continue to echo through the halls of Har-Ber long after her years here with the Lady Wildcats. Be sure to look out for number 13, along with the rest of the Lady Wildcats. And remember, opportunities come for those who work for it. For WCSN, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers.
All right, well, before we go, Mr. Souza, is there anywhere that the viewers can go to watch these videos or learn more about the initiative?
Well, of course, they can see the ones on the Springdale students, just like the one they just saw on the Springdale Public Schools YouTube channel. We also post them on our website at nwadg.com. Okay. We also post them on our Preps Only sports website at arpreps.com.
All right. You heard it straight from Chip Souza himself. From everyone here at Springdale Television, have a great week and weekend, and we'll see you on the next episode of Springdale Today.